When it's too good to be true, it probably is. Far too many times we've heard of old horny guys falling victim to the fake girls who DM'd them on Instagram on a Saturday night. Okay, that was a joke, but seriously guys, the FOMO and hype market we're currently living in has some of us vulnerable beyond belief. Whether it's NFTs, crypto, AMC stocks, or sneakers, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. Yesterday, hundreds and thousands of people were subject to one of the biggest scams in sneaker history, Zadeh Kicks. Now, I've never been the kind of person to bulk buy sneakers through a pre-order from a reseller, but I have a friend who knows this business in and out. His name is Jake, also known as Know It to Flip It, and I had to bring him on to break it all down for me. So what went down with the Zadeh Kicks thing? So basically, I've never been like a reseller or somebody who like buys sneakers in bulk. Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
double up on something. What was his whole business model with like the pre-orders? Like, because I hear people saying like, "Oh, pre-order this, pre-order that," but like, what's the difference between like him offering a pre-order and then some like a brand like I'm Leon Dore doing a pre-order for some sneakers or something like that?
So his pre-orders, okay, first of all, no one really understood like how he got the shoes. Like no one knew. Okay.
Okay.
It was like a mystery. I mean, but he was in Oregon with Nike, so everyone's kind of just assuming like he has some kind of connections. Everyone just assumed he has some kind of connections. Or in the stores, he had connections with managers. He was backdooring pairs, as they released or something, right? But the business model was you were paying him like way up front.
We're talking about months and months and months up front, like maybe 9-10 months before the actual sneaker drop. So let's take like the Jordan Fire Red 4 for example. Zadeh Kicks would list them as a pre-order for retail or maybe below retail like $150, and then resellers would bulk buy or bulk pre-order from Zadeh Kicks for $150. Maybe they'd buy like 100 pairs, 1,000 pairs, who knows how much money it was, and they would wait for him to come through, wait for him to ship out the shoes, and sometimes it would take up to a year or however long it would take. And then the idea was when they receive the sneakers, market value for that sneaker has gone up so they could flip it.
But here's the problem though, right? Because like I didn't believe this at first either. But he's been doing this for years. Like the more shoes you got from him, the more you trusted it. So then I ended up buying like 13 pairs of Cool Gray 11s for $154 each.
Mm-hmm.
No tax, free shipping, right? So how much would a Cool Gray 11 be when you bought it in December, right? So $220 plus tax, bro. Like you're talking about like $235 or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting them from 154. People were loading up on things like that, and we're buying them like in June of 2021, and we're expecting to get them maybe like 3 months after the release, so maybe in March. So basically, he's holding our money for damn near a year.
And it gets worse. According to some users on Twitter, Zadeh Kicks had pre-orders for sneakers from years ago that he never fulfilled. One Twitter user even shared an email confirmation of a Bread One pre-order he placed back in 2016 that he never received. The reason this is worse is because some people ordered using PayPal, and according to Jake, PayPal's protection is only valid 180 days after the transaction.
Once it's outside of that window, it's like an auto close case, right? So they're not even coming after him for it.
Here in 1919 is Charles Ponzi, self-styled financial wizard, loafing at his Boston mansion with his lovely wife and proud and adoring mother. Ponzi's proved his boast he can make 50% profit on investments in 90 days. And wise men follow him. To show he doesn't do it with mirrors, Ponzi opened shop on Boston stage with Billy B. Van as office boy. And among his celebrated clients is none other than gentleman Jim Corbett. Ponzi puts over his usual big deal. But the audience that watches spellbound here is later dumbfounded when government proves Ponzi a swindler.
When did you realize this was a Ponzi scheme?
Man, I'm dead serious, dude. When he sent this message saying that he took the website down for the handicap stuff, like the handicapped laws in the website came down, I was talking to my friend Will, and I was like, dude, this is so fishy, man. I'm like, this makes zero sense.
And unfortunately, Jake's intuition was 100% right. There is something fishy going on here. Zadeh Kicks filed to petition the dissolution of his business entity and moved all his assets from the business account to his personal account, leaving people out of millions and millions of dollars. And it's a tragic situation, and my thoughts and condolences go out to all the victims of this heinous scam. It really sucks, whether you walk with resellers or not. It's just people's hard-earned money, and it's just not right, man. So from what I understand, the FBI has just moved in on, I saw an article on NachoAverageFinds about this, so the FBI is now involved. I also found a Discord server also on NachoAverageFinds for people who have been affected by the scam. So if you're a victim and you lost a lot of money through this, there's a Discord server. I'll leave the link in the description, and hopefully you can get some more resources and some more help there. Shout out to Jake for taking the time to talk with me today. He has a very underrated channel. I watch all his videos. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. And I appreciate you getting to this point in the video, and we'll catch you guys soon. Peace.